overdose victim, a lawn-sign theft controversy in Stratford, and much more. Rob Adams will, of course, be joining us, giving us a look at today's weather and high school sports, and Donald Ang will have a look back on this day in history. But first, for the third time since July 14th, the Trumbull Police Department and Trumbull EMS helped revive a victim from an apparent heroin overdose using the opioid antagonist Narcan. According to a press release, police received a call from a distressed family member about a 24-year-old male who was found unconscious and not breathing at his home on Shelton Road around 1:30 in the morning on Sunday, October 18th. Police said they responded to the residence where there was a suspected heroin overdose and administered Narcan to the victim, who began to show signs of improved breathing. Trumbull EMS responded to the scene and administered a second dose of Narcan to the victim, who then regained consciousness before being transported to St. Vincent's Hospital. It was the third time in 4 months that police and EMS in Trumbull used Narcan to revive an apparent heroin user from overdosing. On July 14th, a 24-year-old Pound Ridge man was revived by Trumbull Police and EMS after also suffering an apparent overdose in the parking lot of the Westfield Trumbull Mall. And on September 3rd, a 21-year-old Trumbull boy was revived by Narcan after being found unconscious from a suspected overdose in a bathroom near the food court of the Westfield Trumbull Mall. In an effort to prevent accidental overdoses from opiate-based drugs, Trumbull officers statewide have been receiving training in administering Naxalone, which is commonly referred to as Narcan. In Stratford, complaints of stolen political lawn signs are being investigated by police. Stratford police report that officers received a complaint on October 15th that 3 signs were stolen in front of the Vitamin Shack store on Main Street. Police said 3 signs supported Rich Fredette for Zoning Commission, Chris Barnaby for the 1st District Town Council seat, and to vote yes for the sale of the town's Water Pollution Control Authority. The thefts are the latest in a series of complaints about sign theft. Police have video captured of the suspected vehicle showing the October 15 thefts taking place around 3:30 in the morning. Though the video is 1 hour behind the actual time, the video shows a person wearing shorts, white socks, and work boots, removing the signs and placing them into a car. Police were unable to get a license plate number because of the quality of the video from the store's surveillance camera. Stratford Captain Paul Dos Santos said Stratford police received 1 other complaint about stolen signs on West Broad Street. In that case, signs for Fredette and support of the sewer plant sale were also taken. Dos Santos said they have also received informal complaints about sign theft, but only 2 complaints have been officially filed. Anyone with information can call Detective Michael Panton at 203-385-4143. Well, Stamford police are still trying to find the man who raped a jogger at Cove Island Park Friday morning, and according to the Stamford Advocate, are asking anyone who may have seen something to come forward. On Friday morning at about 5:30 a.m., a 30-year-old woman was jogging around the 1-mile path at the park when she was pulled to the ground and sexually assaulted. The man then pulled the woman to the shoreline and sexually assaulted her again, police said. Detectives say investigators are running down tips and leads received over the weekend. The woman has been released from Stamford Hospital and gave police a statement over the weekend. Police said they are hoping to hear from residents near the park who have security video cameras outside their homes that investigators could look through the tapes for any clues to the crime. The woman told police she passed the man on her first loop around the track and thought he was a little odd because he did not look like a runner. She said he had a large paunch but was dressed like he was out for a run. Because the woman had left her phone at home, she had to run home after the assault to call police, giving her attacker almost half an hour to get away before police learned of the rape. The woman described her attacker as between 35 and 40 years old, standing about 5 feet 7 inches with a stocky, medium build and a protruding stomach. He had an unshaven beard and was light-skinned and spoke English with a Spanish accent. He was wearing a dark-colored fleece sweatshirt, gym-style shorts, black sneakers, and a dark-colored baseball hat. She said the man also had alcohol on his breath. Police asked that if anyone saw an individual fitting the suspect's description in Cove Island Park between 5 and 6 a.m. or have videotape from the neighborhood to call the Detective Bureau at 203-977-4417. Well, some concerned Shelton residents feel that the Nike recreation site on Mohegan Road is turning from a place where people come to stay active into an eyesore in the community. In regards to chipping paint to the disturbing graffiti messages along the only bathroom in the park's outer wall, residents would like to know what is going to be done to solve this issue. And you can follow up on that at sheltonherald.com. AT&T is looking to fill nearly 100 jobs in New England, including retail sales and manager positions in Connecticut. Those interested in applying for retail sales consultant or manager positions can go to an open house hiring event that's planned for Westfield Trumbull Mall this Wednesday, October 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The event will be at the AT&T retail store in the Trumbull Mall. Walk-ins are welcome. AT&T said it's working to improve its wireless network in Connecticut. The company made more than 40 upgrades in 2014 and invested more than $750 million in its Connecticut networks between 2012 and 2014. According to the company, full and part-time positions include competitive wages and benefits. It has doubled its hiring goal for veterans and their family members to 10,000 over 5 years, consistent, they said, with its commitment to equal employment opportunities. Military veterans can learn more about careers at AT&T at the event this Wednesday. For a list of available positions in Connecticut and to apply, you can also go to visitconnect.att.jobs/Connecticut. Well, the Bridgeport Rescue Mission is preparing for their Great Thanksgiving project, where they plan to distribute turkeys, fixings, bags, and coats to 3,000 low-income and working poor families in coastal Fairfield County. The mission is in critical need of turkeys and coats to ensure they have enough for families in need this Thanksgiving. They need between 3,000 turkeys and 15,000 coats. Individuals, companies, civic groups, and churches are invited to help by organizing a drive for winter coats, jackets, gloves, hats, and other winter wear for individuals of all ages and sizes, or to host a turkey drive for 12 to 15-pound frozen turkeys. Individuals may also donate virtual turkeys by making an online gift of $20 at bridgeportrescuemission.org. Frozen turkeys and coats may also be dropped off at the mission's donation center, which is located at 1069 Connecticut Avenue, Unit 2B in Bridgeport, and you can make those donations Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 in the evening. The mission requests that donations be made no later than November 9th to ensure that they are organized and ready for the event, which takes place November 18th through the 24th. Well, it's now time to throw it over to Rob Adams for a look at today's Connecticut weather. Rob.
Hi, Kate. Good morning, everyone. And indeed, we will try not to get into Oregon, although I considered taking a look at Washington, Missouri, Montana were both on my mind, but no, I'm not going to go there. We'll stay here in Connecticut. A partly sunny day with a high near 67. We've got a southwest wind near 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 51. The wind kind of calms down after midnight. To Wednesday, partly sunny, a high 67 with a calm wind becoming south from 5 to 7 in the afternoon. We're going to need that nice calm wind tomorrow as we go to New Canaan. We'll tell you about that in sports. Partly cloudy for Wednesday night, low 49. A chance of showers on Thursday, mainly after 3, and a partly sunny day otherwise with a high near 69. That chance of precipitation only around 30%. That rolls into Thursday night with a generally clear night otherwise and a low 48. Friday, sunny, 57. Sunny and 58 for Saturday, and sunny and 63 for Sunday. So we're not looking too badly, and a somewhat so-so day outside. You know, a little hint of sun here and there, but also a little bit cloudy at times, a little overcast. Right now in Shelton, we have 55 degrees. In Ridgefield, it is 55. And in Darien, we are at 56 degrees. Kate?
All right. Thanks so much, Rob. Well, when we come back, Rob's going to be giving us a look at the latest high school sports, and Donald Ang will have a look back in history, and of course, more news coming up on your coffee break after this.
When you experience a sports injury, you want to get better and fast. Coastal Ortho Express gives you direct access to orthopedic care quickly. Their physicians are fellowship trained in sports medicine at world-class universities and are also team doctors for area football teams. For specialized personal care of sports injuries, go to Coastal Ortho Express, open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building, 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or coastalorthoexpress.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you on the move.
Darien Sport Shop is a unique store because it's a family store. A busy mom can come in with kids in tow and find everything she needs for them, and even find a dress for herself for Saturday night. And if she's in a rush, she can simply go home and order it from us that night. We'll deliver it the next day. The Darien Sport Shop. We're pretty on the outside and amazing on the inside. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut. Or shop us online at dariensport.com.
Football University, the nation's leading football training experience, is now accepting applications for its 2015 camps. Our elite faculty of NFL coaches and top professionals teach position-specific on the field and in the classroom to improve your football IQ and help you reach your full potential as a player. Apply today at footballuniversity.org. Football University, where technique plus talent beats talent alone.
The fall bite is heating up. Albies, bonita, blackfish, alligator blues, and stripers are following the large schools of bait in the Long Island Sound. This is the time to visit the New England coast, and the Dock Shop can get you outfitted with the latest fishing gear, jackets, hats, gloves, and fleece. Boater, beach bum, fishermen simply love the New England coast. This is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, now in 2 locations, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
You are watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. 102,000 viewers have enjoyed the HAN Network in just the last 6 weeks. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
And we're back on this Tuesday edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski. Time to throw it over to Donald Ang for a look back on this day in history. Don?
Well, thanks, Kate. It was an investigation into non-criminal activity that went on for decades, and it began on this date. But first, we go to 1818. The Convention of 1818 between the U.S. and the U.K., among other things, settled the Canada border on the 49th parallel for most of its length, rather than following the watershed established by the Louisiana Purchase. Going now to 1873, a little sports highlight here. Yale, Princeton, Columbia, and Rutgers, the power programs of the day, draft the first code of American football rules. The committee established the snap, 11-man teams, the concept of downs. The forward pass was not legalized for 33 more years. 1973, the Sydney Opera House opens. Though its name suggests a single venue, the project actually comprises multiple performance houses, which together are among the busiest in the world, hosting over 1,500 performances every year, attended by about 1.2 million people. The architecture makes that building one of the most distinctive built in the 20th century. And finally, we go now to 1947, when this started.
It has become very clear to me that the real purpose of this investigation...
That is not... Ask him the next question. Ask him the next question. Mr. Bieberman. Mr. Bieberman. Go ahead, ask him. Mr. Bieberman. Are you a member of the Communist Party, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Are you a member of the Communist Party? Are you now, have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
It is perfectly clear to me, gentlemen, that if you continue in this particular...
Mr. Chairman, will you direct the witness to answer that question? You must answer the question.
And that is because strife in the industry...
You're excused.
Chaos in the industry...
Will you direct the witness to answer that question, Mr. Chairman, before he leaves his stand?
I have not refused to answer the question. I told you before I will answer this question
now,
fully.
Mr. Bieberman...
If you think angry partisan politics is something new, it's not. 1947, the House Un-American Activities Committee begins its investigation into communist infiltration of Hollywood, resulting in a blacklist that prevents some from working in the industry for decades. The crucial question they refused to answer is generally rendered as, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Of course, being a member of a political party is in no way a crime, making the entire investigation unconstitutional. By 1959, the committee was denounced by former President Harry S. Truman as the most un-American thing in the country today. That's your look back in history, and I, not the most un-American thing in the country today, remain Donald Ng.
All right, thanks so much, Don. Well, before we throw it over to Rob Adams for the latest on high school sports, a little more news for you. Stratford officials will host a pair of public information forums on the proposed sale of the Stratford Water Pollution Control Authority. The informational sessions will be held 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday at Bunnell High School and 6 to 8 p.m. October 28th at Stratford High School. Residents will be allowed to attend and submit questions regarding the proposed sale of the sewer plant to the Greater New Haven Water Pollution Control Authority to regionalize the town's sewer services. Residents will decide on November 3rd if a proposed sale of the sewer plant should go through. The town council voted in April to sell the plant, but a group of residents, including 3 town council candidates and Councilman Matthew Catalano, took the town to court to force the town-wide vote. All right, time to throw it over to Rob Adams for the latest on high school sports. Rob?
All right, Kate, thanks once again, and good morning, everyone. Let's start in girls volleyball. Greenwich beat Trinity Catholic 3-0. Scores of 25-21, 25-10, and 25-12 as Emily Dardis led the way, 7 points, 2 aces, and 3 kills. On the other side, it was Trumbull and Central with highlights of Liv Borski having 4 kills, 6 digs, and 6 aces, scores of 25-10, 25-13, and 25-14. Darien beat St. Joseph 3-0. The Blue Waves so good at volleyball. Lizzie Taylor, 18 kills, 8 digs, and 17 points, along with 7 aces, 2 blocks. She might have even driven the team bus, we're not sure. Stamford beat Wilton 3-0. Andrea O'Connor for the Black Knights had 6 kills, 8 service points, and Sarah Staley had 6 kills, 14 service points, and 3 aces. Staples beat New Canaan 3-1 in back of Ginny Gehrig with 10 kills, 2 digs, and 1 block. Ludlow over Norwalk 25-9, 25-8, 25-15. Olivia Albanzi had 21 assists, 5 service points, and Jillian Quinn 7 aces and 9 service points. Ludlow wins 3-0. Ward over McMahon 3-2 with Nicole Vaccarena having 32 kills, 10 blocks, 11 digs, 1 assist. It's a pretty solid day. Ridgefield over West Hill 3-0 as West Hill was led by Courtney Zhu with 12 assists, 3 kills, and 2 digs. On to boys soccer now. It was Danbury over Ludlow 2-1. Ridgefield took care of Trinity Catholic 8-0. McMahon and Greenwich played to a 1-1 tie. Darien over Central 3-1. Pablo Martinez with the hat trick, and Hunter Kuiman had an assist for the Blue Wave. Stamford lost to Trumbull 2-0. It was Wilton 2, New Canaan 1, Ward over Staples 2-1, and a 1-1 tie between St. Joe's and Norwalk. To field hockey, New Canaan took care of St. Joseph 6-0. Simsbury over Fairfield Ward 3-1, and Staples beat McMahon 3-0. A busy schedule today. You've got Danbury at Ludlow in girls soccer. It is Trumbull at Stamford, Central at Darien. Staples is home for Fairfield Ward, Norwalk at St. Joe's, Wilton at New Canaan, Trinity Catholic at Ridgefield, and Greenwich at McMahon. That Wilton-New Canaan game was originally scheduled for 7 o'clock. It is now 4:30, and it is at the different soccer field. It's not in Dunning Stadium where it was supposed to be initially. It has been moved and backed up to 4:30. Field hockey, West Hill and Greenwich at 4, Ridgefield and Stamford at 4, Wilton is at Ludlow, and that is a 6 o'clock start in field hockey. Girls swimming and diving, you've got Norwalk, McMahon, and Danbury at 6, and that is it from your schedule. Don't want to forget about the FCAC HAN Network Athlete of the Week. We take a quick look, and we'll look at it again on Nutmeg Sports to see how you're all doing in terms of getting the vote out. We have almost 1,100 on each side. I'm very impressed. 1,092 votes for both the boys and the girls. Right now, it is Jack Brandt of Wilton Soccer leading the way, a 2-point advantage. just 24 votes on John Michael Bavona, who we saw last Friday for Trinity Catholic, was so good. Johnny McElroy of Trumbull High football is hanging in there as well. On the girls' side, Paisley Egan leading the way with 25% of the vote. Veronica O'Rourke, Paisley Egan from Wilton Girls Soccer. Veronica O'Rourke, St. Joseph's Soccer at 21%. Emily Berzola of Greenwich Girls Soccer, 20% of the vote. Get out the vote. Election day is coming anyway, so got to be in that spirit. With sports, I'm Rob Adams. Let's throw it back over to Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Rob. And we do want to mention that the HAN Network is your home for FCIAC postseason sports, which will include the championships for 7 high school sports, that including cross country, which is tomorrow, boys soccer, girls soccer, field hockey, volleyball, and football. And those postseason matchups are available live as pay-per-view events. You can get all the information at championships.han.network. No, we're very excited about that. But getting back to some of your news today, the Connecticut Consumer Council is warning consumers who are either considering purchasing electricity from third-party providers or do so already to remain vigilant in reviewing their bills. Data provided to the Connecticut Public Utilities Regulatory Authority showed that more than 3/4 of customers of both Eversource Energy and the United Illuminating Company paid more than the standard service rate in August if they used a third-party supplier. The standard service offer is the generation option for residential customers who do not choose their own third-party supplier. Some customers paid prices that were as high as 23.7 cents per kilowatt hour, which is nearly 3 times Eversource's standard service rate and more than 2.5 times that of UI. The Eversource standard service rate is 8.2 cents per kilowatt hour, while the UI standard service rate is 9.12 cents per kilowatt hour. Both standard service rates are set through December 31st. OCC has determined that between January and August of this year, Connecticut consumers of electric suppliers as a group paid more than $23 million for electricity than if they had been on standard service. Eversource, which serves a total of 1.1 million residential customers in Connecticut, says that 384,000 of them are served by a third-party provider. UI, which has 297,000 residential customers in the state, reports that about 114,000 of them are served by a third-party electric supplier. In other news, Hearst, Connecticut media reports that a former police dispatcher for the Newtown Police Department is facing 10 years in prison after he pled guilty Monday to participating in a ring that was selling anabolic steroids from China. Jason Chicos, who's 46 years old and from Bridgeport, pleaded guilty at U.S. District Court in New Haven to 1 count of conspiracy to distribute anabolic steroids. He is scheduled to be sentenced by U.S. District Judge Robert Chatney on January 11th. According to court documents and statements made in court, a long-term investigation led by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Drug Enforcement Administration, and the Department of Homeland Security revealed that people, including a law enforcement officer, were receiving shipments of steroid ingredients from China and manufacturing and distributing wholesale quantities of steroids. The investigation also revealed that certain members of the conspiracy were distributing prescription pills, including oxycodone, as well as cocaine. Law enforcement officers seized hundreds of vials of steroids, approximately 600 grams of raw testosterone powder, 350 grams of powder cocaine, and 4 long guns. Chicos admitted that he purchased anabolic steroids from another member of the conspiracy and distributed them to others. He is currently free on a $100,000 bond. Going to throw it back over to Rob Adams for another look at today's weather. Rob?
All right, Kate, we're getting there. Looking a little bit nicer outside. It's bright, we'll give you that much. Partly sunny, a high near 67 today with a southwest wind around 10. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low around 51 and a southwest wind from 5 to 7, becoming calm after midnight. For Wednesday, when we go on out to the lovely town of New Canaan, Connecticut, for the 2015 FCIAC Cross Country Championship, broadcast time 2 o'clock right here on the HAN Network. Partly sunny, a high near 67. You'll really take that. That's not a bad temperature to run in. Runners tend to like a little bit cooler, so that's not too bad. So long as the humidity stays down, I think we'll be okay. Partly cloudy, low 49 for Wednesday night. Chance of showers Thursday, mainly after 3, but only a 30% chance. Partly sunny, high 69. More of the same into Thursday night with a low of 48, sunny and 57 for Friday, sunny and 58 for Saturday, and partly sunny and 63 for Sunday. Right now, as we look around the region, Wilton coming in at 53. It is 55 here in Shelton, and Darien has 56 degrees, Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Rob. Well, we're going to take a break and come back with more news on your coffee break after this.
It's time to come back to hometown banking, where people are taken into account, not just balances, where community comes first, a place where there's more than one kind of interest, where automation will never replace consideration, where they not only know your name, they know your dog's name too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well. Bank smart. Bank local. Bank well.
Back to school means back to busy, and Stewart's Market can save you precious time by stocking all of your favorite essentials under one roof. For a healthy start to school, we have all the ingredients. Walter Stewart's, your family-owned fresh local market, 229 Elm Street and at stewartsmarket.com.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
Tired of all the bull? Relax and enjoy the experience of buying a car at Panby Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. No bull allowed.
And we're back on this Tuesday edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, bringing you some of today's news, including that New Canaan's Walter Stewart's Market is putting the final touches on plans to renovate its existing supermarket while creating a new home for Stewart's Wine and Spirits in the adjacent property at 215 Elm Street. The plans include expanding selections across the board: fresh seafood and meats, hot food bars, salad bar, and local and organic produce, according to Doug Stewart. Also on board are a state-of-the-art kitchen enabling increased quality of prepared food options. Relocating the spirits shop will allow for the expansion in the choice of wine, craft beer, and liquor, as well as the addition of a wine tasting station. Convenient parking and an improved shopping experience are also part of the plan. The project will be staged over the next year and a half, with the spirits move as the first phase. The intention is to remain open with regular business hours throughout the process. Local architect Frederick Hoeg notes that the original design by Victor Christ Janner, an associate of the Harvard Five, is still relevant today. While updating the physical plant to be more sustainable, he is mindful of Christ Janner's vision of a Galleria shopping experience. One of the oldest establishments in town, founded in 1907, Stewart's is a fourth-generation family-owned business. Well, according to NBC Connecticut, a first-grade teacher in New Britain saved a child's life earlier this month, and the school district honored her as a hero on Monday night. On Friday, October 9th, Jessica Leone, a teacher at the Di Loretto School, noticed that one of her students was in distress, so she rushed to check on him. She thought he was going to be sick, but quickly realized something was seriously wrong. The boy had inadvertently swallowed the cap of a water bottle while taking a sip of water and was choking, according to school officials. Leon jumped into action, performed the Heimlich maneuver, and dislodged the cap from the little boy's throat. The Consolidated School District of New Britain honored Leon at the Board of Education meeting on Monday, and Principal Alejandra Ortiz called her a true hero, saying her quick thinking made a difference in the outcome of the situation. The Wilton Historical Society is offering a new twist on historic crafts and recycling by offering a program on converting t-shirts into a rag rug by using a hula hoop. Participants ages 8 and up may bring their old shirts and a hula hoop to the Historical Society at 224 Danbury Road this Saturday, October 24th at 10:30 in the morning. The program runs until noon. 8 to 10 shirts are enough to make a rug, they say. The Historical Society will have some extra shirts on hand, and hula hoops will be available for purchase for $10. Registration is requested since space is limited. The cost is $10 for members, $15 for non-members, and to register, you can email info@wiltonhistorical.org or call 203-762-7257. Well, we're going to wrap up this Tuesday edition of your coffee break, but coming up at 12:30, The Drive with Denise. Denise is going to be talking to some young ladies about surviving and thriving after a life-changing traumatic event. 2 of these college students will be joining us. They're counselors at the Arthur C. Luff Children's Burn Camp here in Connecticut. It's going to be a great show. It's live at 12:30, so check it out. But that's going to do it for this edition of your coffee break. I'm Kate Czaplinski. Have a great day, everyone.